Okay, we're going to go over a couple of things that will help you get started using Talkback on an Android phone. I have my friend's new LG Velvet running Android 10, a pretty new phone. When you first start Talkback, it is suggested on the Android help page that you have sighted assistance. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to find a way around that fully. You can use the Google Assistant to open settings, then open accessibility, but it won't activate Talkback. It is one of the first things on there, but it won't do it for you. Once you have it activated, though, you can set a shortcut key, which is pressing both volume keys and holding them for a few seconds, and that
T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling.
turns it on.
6:43 p.m. Set.
So let's jump into it. I'm going to show a few gestures to help navigate.
Screen off. Ringer vibrate.
A few how to type, how to navigate on the internet, and a few menus for better navigation in different search situations, and how to read a book. So let's jump into this. I'm going to wake up the phone by pressing the power key.
T-Mobile Wi-Fi calling.
And I'm going to
device unlocked. Google search.
I swiped from the left to the right to unlock the phone. If you have any kind of other lock feature like a passcode or a fingerprint, it will ask you to put that in at that time. And to put the passcode in, it'll be a lot like typing, which I will show you in just a second. So first is navigating the home screen. So here we have the home screen, and there's two main ways to navigate it. First, you can explore it by just running your finger around, and everything under your finger will be red. You can also flick from left to right, so just swiping your finger across the screen will allow the cursor, which is the way the computer knows how to knows what the focus is on, to jump from item to item and read whatever the item is that it lands on. So let's start with just checking out the screen. So I'm going to do a good grid pattern. I'm going to start up at the top left, and I'm going to work my way to the right and down and all the way down the screen, left to right.
Bellingham, United States. Weather. Search. Google's search. Double tap and hold to lock.
So I think I'm
Google, YouTube, Gallery, Duo, T-Mobile, Message, phone, Message, Camera, Play Store, Chrome, back, home, Overview, button, home, back, button.
So
double tap.
I might have missed a few things just running my finger around the screen, but that gives me a good understanding of what's at the top and what's at the bottom. We've got a weather widget up at the top, and then there's a Google search, and down at the bottom there's several useful apps, and at the very bottom there are 3 buttons that never change. There's always the home button right in the center and the back button on the right side. So then flicking down,
Bellingham,
or swiping,
United States,
kind of use the words interchangeably. I'm just going to tap it and start flicking.
Bellingham. Update. Search. Google's voice. Google Full. YouTube. Gallery. Duo. T-Mobile. Screen 1. Move to screen. Move to screen 2. Phone. Message. Camera. Play Store. Chrome. Weather. Bellingham. Bellingham.
So I didn't really move my hand much. I just flicked from left to right, and the computer did all the rest of the work. It did say move to next screen, so that tells us that there is another page. So to flick to the other page, I'm going to use 2 fingers, and I'm going to go from the right to the left with 2 fingers.
Essentials folder, 1 new event.
And
Double
now we
tap
have
tack.
now we're on the second page. I'm silencing Talkback by just tapping on the screen in the middle or wherever I don't think there's a lot of other items, and that tells it to shh. So on this screen, it sounded like there was a folder.
Management folder, T-Mobile folder.
Okay, so there's a couple of folders. I'm going to open one of these folders by double tapping on it. And then I'll show you how to get out of that.
T-Mobile folder. Mobile hotspot. Page 1 of 1. T-Mobile is showing 3 items, 4 lines, 4 rows. Double tap to activate. Double tap and hold to long press. Actions available. Use swipe up then right to view.
All right, so that gave us a lot of information. There's only 3 items in this folder, but there's room for more because it said that there was four rows, but there's only 3 items. There's other actions that we can perform by doing a different gesture. So we can check out what that is by swiping up and to the right.
Controls. Links. Alert local context menu. Actions, 1 of 2. In list, 2 items. Double actions, 1 of 2. Navigation, 2 of 2. Cancel, button, out of list.
So that opened
T-Mobile
a context menu, and you can open those in different situations to see if there's other actions you can perform that you might not be thinking of or that you need to use. And to do that, that was a swipe up and to the right, and it's a pretty sharp right. It's a right angle. And you need to do that pretty smoothly and quickly to make it work. So I didn't want to use any of the items in that list of in that context menu, so I hit cancel. I double tapped on cancel to get out of it. Now I want to get out of this folder. So to do that, I could use the back button in the very bottom right, or I can use another gesture, which would be a swipe up and to the left. Like I want to go back. So I'm going to do that one. I'm going to swipe up. Left,
folder color.
There we go.
Screen 2 of.
And yeah, it is a definite. It's very picky about how you perform this. So you want to go up and to the left, and always try again. Took me a while to get used to that one, and I still don't do it 100% perfectly. So now let's go back to the home screen. I'm going to use that gesture again. I'm going to go up left,
T-Mobile Play.
up left. There we go.
Weather.
And I'm going to jump into I'm going to jump
Chrome.
into the Chrome app.
Chrome home button. Connection is secure. CCI characters.
Okay, here we go. So I just opened Chrome, and it's on a news website is the home page. And I want to navigate through this without just flicking through every single line. And to do that, I have to change the setting. And that is luckily very easy to do. I can just flick down.
Words.
And I can navigate by words. I can flick down again.
Paragraphs.
Paragraphs, that's a useful one.
Headings.
Headings, very useful.
Links.
Links.
Controls. Default. Characters. Words. Paragraph. Headings.
I'm going to go by headings. I think that sounds like a good way to jump through this website. Unless I'm looking for a particular link to jump on. But now that I have it set to that, I'm going to go back to my flick right.
No next heading.
No next heading. Let's flick left and see if we're already at the bottom of the screen. Nope.
No previous heading.
Okay, let's change what this is.
Links.
Links.
No previous link.
So now I'm wondering
CCI.
what I'm on. How did I get to CCI? Who knows?
No next link.
I'm talented. I'm going to go back.
5%.
There we
Progress
go.
bar. 53%.
I'm on. I use the back button at the bottom right-hand corner
56%.
to get back to where I thought I was, which was
57%.
a news feed.
67%.
And my internet is taking quite a long time to load. So let's see.
No next link. No next. Headings. United.
Ah, there we go. That's better.
Deal reached in. Mansions opposite. Bright sun. Poor ice. Biden's first. Edgar Wright Russia's team name. The glorious, glamorous Sierra. 10 majestic, amazing photos of the hunting osprey.
So that makes navigating a website with a whole bunch of different articles like this news site much easier. And this would also apply in searches. You can jump by link, and then when you're on what you want, double tap it and it'll open it right away. So very useful that way. I am gonna go back to the home screen. There we go.
Screen 1 of 2.
And
Weather.
I'm gonna go
Google search.
to my
Showing
Google
15
search bar,
suggestions.
and
Showing
I wanna
keyboard. Google. Editing. Search. Edit box. Double tap and hold to long press. Edit options available. Use swipe up then right to view.
Okay, so that gave me a lot of information, including the keyboard has popped up at the bottom, and that I am in the edit box, and a reminder that I can do that swipe up and to the right to bring up that context menu for editing specifically. Well, I'm going to use my keyboard, and I want to find a Kindle book. So to type on this keyboard, it's a regular QWERTY keyboard. I am going to run my finger over it, and when I find the letter I want, I'm going to lift my finger up, and that will type that letter. So let's just type Kindle.
Y, U, I, K, K.
There.
Showing 10 suggest. K, I, N, N, F, D, 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 J, K, L, L, S, E, E. Showing 8 suggestions.
Kindle. Okay, now I
Search
want
Kindle.
to
Search.
search.
Hide keyboard.
So the search is at the bottom right of the QWERTY keyboard, and it works the same way. You just lift your finger up and it activates it, like hitting the enter button. Let's see what we have.
Books.
Oh, I just happened to put my finger on that. That is what I want.
News. Books.
Okay, so I
Double tap
flicked
to
right
activate.
to make sure I was in the right spot. I'm going to
Books.
double tap on
Selected.
books.
2013. Double tap and hold to long press. Headings. Links.
I'm going to search by links,
Preview. More. Kindle book.
and I jumped into that by
Books.
swiping down again.
Read. More. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snake.
That sounds interesting.
Google. Close. Button. Double tap to activate. The limp. Loading. Loading. No next link. No next link. Controls. Characters. Words. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, a Hunger Games novel. Suzanne Collins. Google. Scholastic Inc. Close. Books. Connect. Save. Share. More actions. Ann Collins. Ann Collins. Selection cleared. Beginning of The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes, a Hunger Scholastic Inc. Scholastic Inc. This is a preview.
Perfect.
The total pages
Okay.
displayed
I was
will
just
be
trying to
limited.
make sure I was in the right spot. And I used 2 fingers to flick up because I wanted off that first page. I wanted to go down further, and that jumped me way down. So what I want to show you here is if I do another gesture, this will be the last one, I promise. If I swipe down and to the right, So up and to the right, we went to context menu. This time I want to go down and to the right, and that'll take us into the global menu.
Alert global context menu. Read from top, 1 of 9.
That's
in list,
the one I
9
want.
items.
Well, actually, I want.
Repeat last. Read from top, 1 of. Read from next item.
Read from next item.
Scholastic Inc. This is a preview. The total pages displayed will be limited. Pages displayed B.
Read until it ran into a wall.
Close. Books. Connection is secure. Loading. Close. Book. Connection is secure. Save. Share. More act. Ann Collins. Google Books. End of field. The limited preview of this book is available as an image only. About this, Google Books.
All right, let's try again.
Alert globe. Repeat last utter. Read from next.
Oh, okay.
Alert. Read from top. Read from top. Close. Button. Books.google.com.
There we go.
Connection is secure. Site information. Save. Button. Share. Button. More actions.
And this
button.
is doing it by itself. I am not flicking through every single one of these. It does keep getting stuck, and I'm not quite sure. I might be at the end of the preview. Yeah, I'm at the end of the preview. That's why it's getting stuck. But that is it for now. Just to recap, to get into the context menu. Let's see what's in that here.
Alert local context menu. Default 1 of 6. In list 6 items. Alexa headings links special content 5. Alert local context.
So in this situation, it's a lot like using the flick down to get into moving by headings, navigating by headings or links. To get into the global context menu, which gave us the option to read from the top, read from the next utterance, repeat the last utterance, a whole bunch of useful things in this, including copying the last utterance. That is a swipe down and to the right. So up and to the right gets you the local context menu, and down and to the right gets you the global context menu. So a bit more detailed things in that. We want to go back. We're going to go back to the left. So that's up and to the left. And these are very straight angled, 90-degree angled, smooth motions. And that is about it. Double tap to activate, and I'm going to use my double tap
Controls. Cancel.
to cancel out of this,
Back. Home.
and
Button.
I'm going to find that
Back.
home button.
Button.
I'm going to double tap and hold. That brought up my Google Assistant.
Back.
Hopefully.
Button. Home. Back. Button. Home. Button.
Double tap, hold. Tell me a joke.
Why were the dogs named Rolex and Timex? Because they were watchdogs.
Okay, that was actually funny. And I'll leave you with that.